நண்பர் மாதேவனோட நிறைய ஷோஸ் பார்த்துருக்கேன்.
டீ டாக்கீஸ் வழங்கும் தி மாதேவன் ஷோ. இந்த கியூஆர் கோடை டக்குன்னு ஸ்கேன் பண்ணுங்க. ஜின்னு ஒரு சர்ப்ரைஸ் gift உங்களுக்காகவே காத்திருக்கு. வணக்கம் பூஜா, வெல்கம் டு எம்பவர், வெல்கம் டு தி மாதேவன் ஷோ.
Thank you.
வெரி ஹாப்பி தட் யூ ஹவ் accepted our invite.
My pleasure.
You are our Habibi, you are our Buttabomma, and you are our Kanima. But we are going to start this conversation with someone who made you cry.
Okay. Who is it? Oh my God, why are you doing this to me? Murakami. I was always hungry for love. Just once, I wanted to know what it was like to get my fill of it. To be fed so much love, I couldn't take it anymore. Just once. Oh, this book is something else, I feel. I just love imperfect characters.
Right?
Yeah. Twisted, grey,
Grey, complex.
complex. Because I also think that's how humans are. Like, no one is so perfect. And if they are perfect, then it's not all that you see.
Kasik Subraj said the same thing yesterday.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh my God. In your interview
Yeah.
with him. Oh.
Yeah.
அவன் ரொம்ப ஸ்வீட்டாக இருந்தாலும் எனக்கு பிடிக்காது ஆக்சுவலி இருக்கக்கூடாதுன்னு நினைப்பேன்.
Yeah, so I like grey characters. I really want to play something grey someday and something complex. I told Karthik so that one day I want to play like a character like maybe like Surya Source in Retro. Yeah, and I feel like it's important to do that also. So that's why I really love this book, because I feel like obviously the original must be some other kind of poetry. We are reading a translated version of
And
this
it
book,
still hits us hard.
and it still hits as hard. So imagine what the original must be like, how much must be lost in translation, but to be still leave you like broken, that's a sign of really good writing.
So, இந்த கான்வர்சேஷனை
Yeah.
முரக்கமிலேருந்து ஐ வாண்ட் டு ஸ்டார்ட் பிகாஸ் இப்போ நீங்கள் சில விஷயங்கள் ஷேர் பண்ணீங்க இல்லையா, யூ ஹவ் அக்செப்டட் த ஹியூமன்னஸ் இன் பூஜா.
Yeah.
You are very vulnerable on screen and off screen, and it actually enhances your presence, and it is very evident.
But who can see what's best? That's why you need to grab whatever chance you have of happiness where you find it and not worry about other people too much. Yeah. Which I sometimes overthink about. My experience tells me that when we get no more than 2 or 3 such chances in a lifetime, and if we let them go, we regret it for the rest of our lives. I agree. But I also think sometimes those chances that you get, maybe you were not ready for it at that time. So it'll come if you really ask for it.
Or if you are really prepared or ready for it.
It'll come when you're ready for it also. But you have to will for it to come. Yeah.
So you dropped a word which is so relatable, overthinking.
Yeah.
I've got a set of memes for you. Are you this person?
This is me.
This is you?
Yeah. I'll tell you tomorrow, me at all night. But you know, I have an opposite problem also. Sometimes I wish I was wittier, and you know, like I'll be like, I should have said that, you know, and I'll be in bed thinking about I should have said that.
Preparing our comebacks.
Yeah, preparing, because I feel like I'm not witty enough sometimes. You know, like how Shah Rukh sir is super witty. He knows exactly what to say.
Right.
And he says it in the most nicest way possible.
Well articulated.
Yeah, so I feel like this is also me. Me ignoring messages until I gain enough energy to be this. If there was a meme that was my life, this is the meme, guys. Because I just can't deal with WhatsApp anymore. I just can't deal with messages anymore.
Guys, அவங்க நமக்காக பேசுறாங்க. Speaking for all of us.
I'm really sorry, but I have like some 300 unread messages on my WhatsApp, and it's not targeted towards you. It's just that I cannot do it anymore, you know. There are like 100 things that I'm doing, and I feel like I miss the era of writing letters. I want to go back to that. I want a dumb phone. I don't want a smartphone anymore.
Sure. Great.
Yeah. So sorry, yeah, you were saying something.
Nothing. Satisfied with your answer.
Yeah, but this is me. Like I keep doing this all the time.
So because you are concerned about having the Simpsons template,
You're
we
giving
are
me
going to create a template for this meme.
with me in it.
Yeah. What will be your reaction for this meme?
It'll just be me on my bed doing nothing. Like just like sleeping in my pajamas, like
Ah.
or staring at my wall. Like I feel like I am a or maybe it would be this also. But like a happy me.
Yeah.
Not like so over like thing. But I just because I am a workaholic and I end up like doing a lot of things at one time that when I am at home, I just want to do nothing. Like
Mm.
I don't want to like interact with anybody. I just want to catch up on my shows or like on watch a film or read something or play like video games. Like I don't want to be on my phone. That's my way of doing nothing. Like just like that's what I said. I'll just like to stare at my ceiling.
Nice.
Yeah.
So it's not just Simpsons. We have our own meme god here,
Oh,
Vadivelu.
okay. I don't argue. I just say, Appadingala. What is it?
Actually, எனக்கே மறந்துருச்சு
Oh.
ஒரு நிமிஷம் கொடுங்க. Okay.
Romba Santosha.
Yeah.
Yeah. Is this me, guys? I don't argue. I'm just like, yeah, thank you. Sometimes, yeah.
Sometimes.
Sometimes it is me. I think I only argue if I'm really passionate about someone or something. But if you're not very close to me, I'm like, and
You can say this. You can say this. அப்படிங்களா?
Yeah.
ரொம்ப சந்தோஷம்.
oh, that's what it is, Appadingala. Romba Sans. Yeah, then that's me. Then I'm like, okay, thank you so much.
Super.
Yeah. That one moment from my childhood. I want to sometimes hug my younger self.
And say what?
I would say that it's gonna be okay. You know, and things change and nothing is permanent.
Things change for good.
Change is always good for whatever reason. It's there to teach you something. So sometimes you just want to hug your inner child and assure it that things are going to be okay. And I would, because I was a very shy kid and I was an introvert, this would be me to myself.
So sweet. What is that one moment of hope from your childhood or one memory that you would like to embrace?
There are so many. Like, I think sometimes, you know, because I had two working parents,
Huh.
you know, it's like, sometimes it was like if I was having a hard day at work, I wouldn't tell my parents what was not work at school. I wouldn't tell my parents what was going on or if something was happening to me. Or, you know what I mean? Like, I wouldn't
Yeah.
like stress them
You
about.
did not want to bother them.
I didn't want to bother them. So it would be nice to go and give myself a hug. But I had a dog and my dog was my biggest support. Like like I would go and tell all the things that happened in school to my dog. And I feel like dogs can feel energy.
What was your pet's name?
Simba.
Simba.
Yeah. Lion King fans.
Nice. So because we were talking about childhood
Hmm.
and writing letters, இதெல்லாம் நான் வந்து கடைசிக்கு வச்சிருந்தேன்
Like,
ஆக்சுவலா.
you are very prepared with what I'm going to say, which I didn't even know I was going to say.
Sync. Pooja Hegde is going to write something that you really, really want to say to your younger self. Anything.
Oh, what should I write to myself?
What's on your mind?
Okay, I've got something for you.
Great. No, for you.
For me.
Your voice has value and power. Great.
Yeah, I think, you know, with shy people and introverts, they're so, like, at least I was very afraid to say what's on my mind and speak up. So Yeah, I would tell my younger self that.
Nice. Now we are going to write something for your future self.
Mm,
I really wanted to end this conversation with this segment.
sorry, it's very long. I would say this.
Continue to dream without thinking of the how.
Hmm.
Great.
Yeah, I mean, like, I think it's as kids, you have, you never think of how it's gonna happen. You just have dreams.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
you're very you're imaginative. You use, you don't understand the world. You don't understand boundaries. Yeah, you're limitless. So, and I feel like there is a power in dreaming big. There's magic in dreaming big, and I want to keep reminding myself not to think of how it's going to happen, but just think of the things I really want to do
So
and stay like a child
child.
at heart.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So enough of dreaming big. You can dream bigger now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dream bigger.
So you are a dreamer,
Complete.
right?
Yeah. I miss the simple times. Like, I miss, like, you know, where the stress was only about like exams and that was the world. But besides that, like that, that's what I was saying. The technology was just so simple.
So you were too retro actually.
I am a vintage girl at heart. Like, that's just who I am. Like, I love this simple, like, era that it was back then. So I feel like somewhere the vintage part of it, it's me. Like, I think I find something very honest and real about that time.
Nice.
Yeah.
So Pooja Hegde's quick retro playlist. What are some of the old songs that you listen to? Tamil, Telugu, Hindi, anything?
Tamil, I would say, Tenpani, that song from
Tenpani China, yeah.
Nayagan, yeah. That's very hard hitting. I love Vennilave, Vennilave. That's another one I really love. Then any Maniratnam song, I would say. Like, I mean, there are Hindi versions of it also. That is there. Then in Hindi, there are some songs from a film called Andhi, which I really love. Which is a song called Tere Bina. Tere Bina Zindagi Se Koi Shikwa Hai Nahi. That one. Then a song from Masoom, which Tujhse Naraz. Yeah, I love all these kind of stuff.
Great, great.
Yeah.
One moment from Kanima.
It's a long one moment because there's the 15-minute take, single take.
Yeah.
So that was really magical.
But what from that 15-minute take that you would always...
I think what I'm going to take is the feeling of what I felt when we completed that take. Because when Karthik sir said that it's going to be 15 minutes, one take, in my mind, I thought, like, you know, I was like, I don't know if he can do it because it's a very complicated, like, scenario. So I was thinking, again, you know, because you're so used to, like, the pattern of, like maybe baby kid Pooja would have been like, yeah, of course, we can do a 1 hour take, you know what I mean? But because you've seen and you've done shooting and like you've been part of films, I was like, maybe they're gonna take 3 takes and like stitch it together to make one, something like that. I was like, how will they do it? But because Karthik sir really believed we could do it, and Surya sir was believing and the crew was believing, I started to feel like, why am I like, you know, thinking like that? Like, I'm not this person. I'm
also a dreamer.
I'm also a dreamer. So I kind of like, it's like, you know, the magic of cinema. I was like, I need to believe in the magic of cinema. It's going to happen.
Great.
And the first time we did like a slightly longer thing and not the full 15, I started to believe, I think we can do this, you know. And when we did it, I felt so happy and so excited about what we had done. So I think that feeling is what I'm going to take back.
When you do something or when you accomplish
Yeah.
something extraordinary, small wins or big wins, anything,
Yeah.
how do you treat yourself?
You know, the problem with me, or the challenge, I don't want to use the word problem, is that I don't know how to celebrate my wins. And I've realized over the last 1-2 years that it's very important to celebrate your wins. Because I've always been that person who's like, okay, it did well. Okay, great. Like, let's move on. You know, let's move on to the next project. Let's move on to the next thing I got to do. And I realized that it's very, very important to celebrate the smallest things and the like, if something has worked, if something, because it kind of is your way of paying back gratitude to something that has worked. So it's something that I'm trying to change in my life now. But the thing is, I used to not do that earlier.
Now?
Now I'm making an effort to change those
Good.
things.
Great learning, guys.
Yeah, because I think, like, I don't know, but like I know people who celebrate small wins, and sometimes I'm like, you know, to me, sometimes I feel maybe I shouldn't, because what if, like, you know, you don't want it to start being associated with just that part, and you don't want to take it too seriously. But it's not about taking your success seriously. It's about just being grateful and like celebrating it in a small way, in
True.
whatever way you're doing.
Very true. One moment from Halamati Habibu.
It was the first thing we ever shot in the film. Like, we started with Halamati Habibu. One moment, what should I say? I think
Whatever pops up right now.
you know that solo bit that we shot of me on the stage, like dancing before the thing starts on that beat. Like, I remember doing it. It was like 4 in the morning when we shot that part. And I was like, I was sleeping and I was like woken up to do that shot. But that
So you woke up like that.
I woke up and I was like, what's going on? And they said, okay, it's time. It's your shot. I was like, because we were shooting in the same, we had a room in that hotel that we were shooting in. So they were shooting something else because it was a night shoot. And then I was woken up and they were like, okay, come on, get ready. So I got ready really fast and we went. And I told Nelson, sir, at 4 o'clock, you're shooting my clothes up. He's like, no, don't worry, you're looking fresh. But I think it's Manoj sir also, our DP. He made me look really nice and fresh. So I'd credit him for that.
Are you a snooze person?
Oh, snooze.
Yeah.
Yeah. Majorly.
Extra 5 minutes sleep.
Majorly. Like, if you see my alarm, you know, clock and timings, you will just laugh because I have like an alarm for 7:05, 7:25, 7. Like, there are so many. I'm not that one alarm person, you know. I like keep many alarms because I have a very bad habit of snoozing. I can't sleep anytime. Like, if you tell me you have half an hour, I can't be like, okay, thank you. Like,
Not a nap person.
I can't do that. Like, I'll be like, oh my God, I have to wake up in half an hour. Like, but people who are blessed, that's a superpower, I feel. Like, if you can sleep at will, it's a big superpower.
One risk or one challenging decision that has actually helped you in shaping your career.
One risk.
Or a challenging decision.
I think, I wouldn't say risk, but I think I'm taking bigger risks now. I would say that.
In the vidathila, in what way?
In the kind of roles I'm selecting.
For the reach and the brand value you have created for yourself, I know you've come across a lot of films, a lot of years to reach this space.
Yeah.
Tell us one moment of hopelessness and hopefulness from this journey.
Hopefulness and hopelessness.
Yeah.
I think there are a lot of moments where I felt like it's hopeless right now. In terms of like the kind of roles I wanted to get, the kind of films and the kind of filmmakers I wanted to work with. But hopeful times is when I saw certain films recently, and it kind of made me believe that anything can happen, and that each film has its own purpose. And if you make a film not thinking about who's going to watch it and what is the audience that's going to watch it, what if it doesn't work, it will find its audience if the film is good and the intention is there to tell that story.
These are not your films.
Not my films.
Great.
Yeah.
Can you suggest some of them?
Like Cello Show was something that made me really love cinema again, because it was about a kid who's
Yeah.
obsessed with cinema.
Cinema and the
Who's
screen,
obsessed
big
with
screen.
light.
Yeah.
You know, and how it translates into moving images.
Yeah.
And also the story of how they made the film, because the producer of the film, I finished watching the film and I saw that the producer of the film was one of my ADs during Mohenjo-daro. And I was like, what? Like, that's so interesting. And also that they really struggled to make the film and sell the film, and it eventually did so well.
Yeah.
And I felt so happy. It made me feel like, you know, just pick up a camera and make a film. Like, you know, it's not that hard. And if I am inspired, like, I feel like even if one person's inspired by watching something, your purpose is done, you know, with the film.
True.
Anora was another film that I was obsessed not only about what the film's about, how the film is made, but the story of Anora in terms of the project and how hard it was to make that film and how much effort went into it, and the story of it going on to go on and win so many Oscars. So I think it's an interesting time for women in cinema in the West at least, and I hope we make more films for women here.
You're such a cinephile. Yeah. Like films actually help me in going through my hard days. And
Yeah, same.
Yeah.
Yeah. Then even Lady Bird was another film that I really loved, and
great.
yeah,
Films
again, complex characters.
No. Films actually help us with a lot of things. Like
Yeah,
they can teach us a lot of things.
a lot of things. I feel, I know my I feel like films can really inspire, and it can change lives through that. Like, you know, I know so many people who've watched a film and decided to become an IS officer, for example.
Yeah.
And also, like, I love underdog stories because I feel like I've always like related to that, to the underdog.
What is that one special underdog film for you?
There are so many, I think. Like, I don't know. It's a very like small film, but there was a film called Mr. Megorium's Wonder Emporium. It's a very like, not many people know about that. And another film called We Bought a Zoo, which was another like very
We bought a zoo.
yeah. Then Rocky is another underdog story, I feel. $1 Million Baby. There's so many underdog films.
Are you on Letterboxd?
No, I'm not.
Why are you not writing about
Yeah.
paints?
Should I be?
You should. So relatable.
Yeah.
You should.
Let's see.
Great.
Maybe I'll take your advice.
What did the success and reach of Ala Vaikuntapuramlo did to the person Pooja Hegde? Because that became your breakthrough film, right?
What did it do to the person?
Yeah. Did it make you happy or
She's saying this. What does that mean? Yeah, we should have celebrated it more. Yeah. But of course, it kind of brought me into more homes and the reach that it had. I think a lot of people also watched it on OTT platforms because that was the year COVID hit. Like, I think Jan, Ala Vaikuntapuram released, and April we went into lockdown, right? March, April.
yeah.
So a lot of
I am
people,
bad with years, months, names.
same. Very, very bad. But I know it was a Sankranti release. That's why I know it's Jan. But so I think it just, a lot more people saw me and know me.
And you became
I
Buttabut.
became Buttabumma because of that. And to me, there is no bigger compliment than being known by your characters.
Nice.
So I like it when people call me Puttavam. I like it when people call me Kanima. So I think it's really sweet and it's a very gratifying.
I think soon after the release, people are going to call you Kannadi Puve. You know what Kannadi Puve means?
What is it mean? Flower?
A flower made of glass.
I don't think I'm so fragile.
Oh,
Yeah, I think I'm stronger than that.
great.
Yeah.
With you singing these 3 lines from Kanima, we're going to end this conversation.
Oh my God, no.
I have the
don't want
lyrics.
to mess it up.
No. Our Santosh Narayanan, he won't feel bad. Tea Talkies, a cinematic cafe with 16 plus successful outlets. For business and franchise inquiries, contact 95660 99959.
Aati, Sandana Katta, Aattam, Pambara Katta, Patta, Vechudum Patase.